Hi guys, Neil Waterhouse. Today we really are all blessed to be living this day and age where you can literally sell on eBay and Amazon from a cruise ship or any other remote location on the planet. In this video I want to share with you how anyone can do this. Now first of all, today with the latest high-speed satellite internet, which most cruise lines and the latest aircraft use, satellite internet download speeds are dramatically faster than they were just a few years ago. Back when cruise ships started offering the internet, the typical internet connection at sea, it wasn't just slow, it was more glacial. You click on a website only to experience many seconds and minutes of frustration. Maybe the page would come up, maybe it wouldn't. Maybe the cruise would end before the page would even open up. Meanwhile, you're paying a small fortune for the frustration of trying to use the internet. The base rate for Wi-Fi on many ships started around 75 cents a minute. That of course is around $45 for a single hour online. Today prices are often around $25 per day. Anyway, selling on eBay and Amazon, it's not new and it's certainly not rocket science. And neither is selling items on eBay and Amazon while you're in a remote location. Selling on eBay and Amazon can be broken down to 6 different tasks. And all these 6 tasks can be outsourced to low-cost overseas virtual assistants from $1 per hour. And I'll also put a link on the screen where you can get them from if you haven't got that already. Now, these 6 tasks are: number 1, product research. Number 2 task, listing products. Number 3, optimizing listings. Number 4, tuning listings. Number 5, placing orders. If you're drop shipping, this involves placing orders with your suppliers. If you're importing and using a third-party logistics company or Amazon FBA to hold your inventory, placing orders means telling them the name and address they can ship to. However, this of course can be fully automated again using software. And number 6 task is customer service. All of these tasks can be outsourced to low-cost overseas staff from $1 an hour using 10% of your profits. Like I said before, I'll put a link on the screen to a previous video which shows where you can get the staff from $1 per hour. Now of course everybody's different. However, the whole idea of an online business for me has always been lifestyle first. An eBay Amazon business should not just run by itself, but just as importantly, it should grow all by itself. Like I've mentioned in many of my videos, build an exit strategy in your business from day one so the business can be sold. Now, whether or not you ever sell the business is up to you. The point is just build the business so that it runs completely without you. So that if you did sell the business one of your business or part of your business, the buyer can see that the business runs completely without you. And therefore, the value of the business is much greater than if you're an integral part of the business. But of course the big second advantage of this is, of course, the business runs without you. So you can spend more time with your family and doing the things in life that you want to do. After all, we're on this planet once, and our days, the older we get, the amount of days we have left, of course, seems to really shrink. But anyway, today, we're absolutely blessed with technology that allows you to check in with a team from remote locations like cruise ships to make sure everything is running smoothly. Most cruise ships these days, they've got satellite internet with Wi-Fi available throughout almost the whole ship. So using Wi-Fi, you can use your computer, an iPhone, or just phone, tablet, or to communicate live with your team using free apps like Skype. You can either talk live with your team or live chat using your keyboard, which is my preference. By the way, normally you have to pay more for the Skype internet option on most cruise ships, and it normally costs you around around $10 a day, depending on the course on the cruise line. Now, you can also have your team populate a simple live multi-user spreadsheet like Google Sheets. Google Sheets is like Microsoft Excel. So you can see your staff working live, where you can't do that on Microsoft Excel, but you can certainly do it on Google Sheets. Google Sheets is awesome, and amazingly, it's also free. You can have one or more of your members of your team entering orders as they come through. And you can open up your laptop, watch that spreadsheet being populated no matter where you are on the planet. If you haven't used Google Sheets before, you can actually see your team or your team members typing in your orders live, even though you're thousands of kilometers away from them. You can also see the name of the team member who is entering in your orders. You can also check your research spreadsheet and make sure your product research person or research people are doing their job. And this is, this checking should only take you a couple of minutes of your day to open up your laptop, check everything's okay, and job done. So the moral of the story is, learn the 6 tasks, then outsource the 6 tasks to low-cost overseas virtual assistants using 10% of your profits. I'll put links below to free courses on how to sell on eBay and how to sell on Amazon. Learn the tasks, then use 10% of your profits to outsource the tasks to the low-cost staff. And then, after all, if you're going, on a cruise ship or any other holiday with your family, isn't the whole idea to relax, gather your thoughts, and spend quality time with your loved ones? So that's all for this week. Please scroll down, leave me a comment below, and while you're there, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Until next week, list more, sell more. This is Neil Waterhouse.